Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about these Ibanez 421 series and the pickups that are in them, which are Amazon cheap pickups. Let's talk about that. Hey everybody, this video I'm going to be talking about these Ibanez guitars that I have bought. They are the 421 series. All of them are Ibanez RG421. Some of them are EX. Some of them have other letters after them that designate their colors. They come in a bunch of more finishes and colors and things than this. These were the ones that were my favorite. Like these were the ones that I decided I had to have. And there are some other ones that I really like too and really wouldn't mind having, but these were the ones when I saw them, I had to have it. And later in the video, I'm going to do some Trogley style panoramas of them to really show you, because it's hard to see unless I can get it up close. The first one I got was the black one, the flat black. Those are hard to find. They were then when I got it. I got it like a year and a half ago, but they were kind of hard to find then, but they're really hard to find now. And that particular one is not on Ibanez's website anymore. These two still are. These are still on the Ibanez website. This one, they have a 7-string version of with a Floyd Rose. Other than that, it's exactly like that. That is on their website, but not that one. And I was looking the other day, did a quick search, and I really had a hard time finding those anymore, used and whatever on Reverb or whatever. But these you can still find, and these are still on their website, like I said. I'm going to read off real quick some specs, and because I can't remember them all. But it's a Wizard style neck. I mean, that's why I like them. I mean, these are kind of mid-budget, low budget. These are in the 400 to 450 type range new, which isn't, that's not a high price guitar. And it's not the bass beginner level, but it's certainly not, a high price guitar, or even maybe mid priced. But for what you get for that money, I think it's fantastic. The necks are like the Ibanez neck. They're flat and wide and play well, and you can get the action super, super low. The truss rods work real well. The bridge is really simple. It's just a hardtail bridge that nothing to it. It's got little ferrules in the back and real easy to adjust, real simple. I changed out all the electronics. Not that you have to. It's just something I do, and I'll explain that later. But the pickups, I'm going to talk about those in this video too, because these are all three of these have pickups that you can get on Amazon from anywhere from $19.99 for a pair, or to $25 for a pair, which is tempting, and you're not sure what you're going to get. But they all told what their readings were, and they were really hot, and I'll explain that and why I did that, and they turned out to be good. But these have like the Wizard 3 maple neck's made of maple. These bodies are made of Meranti. So I looked that up, and Meranti is a diverse group of tropical hardwood species from Southeast Asia, often sold as Philippine mahogany. So it's kind of a mahogany alternative. The fretboards are Jatoba, and I looked that up, and that's also known as Brazilian cherry. So it's probably kind of a alternative to rosewood, and has a beautiful reddish color, reddish brown color, which this one is way lighter and way more red than these two. But I think it really works on this one. Other than that, just dot inlay, bound neck and headstock, which I like a lot. Each one of them has a certain type of binding, binding or pinstriping, whatever, on the body too, which I like as well. 24 frets. The pickups that come in them are the Quantum Ibanez branded pickups. I didn't like them. I'll explain later. Anyway, this one is called the Seashore Matte. So it's like a sea foam, but it is a matte finish. which I like, and the back is beautiful. I'm going to show you. This one's called Prussian Blue Metallic, and that one's just called Black Matte. But what I did on these, and what I do with all of these, the tone knobs are just old pots that I had that were like really tight. I don't like really tight pots, but I just put them in here so they didn't move much, and I didn't connect them. I don't use a tone really. What I always use for my volume pots, I use Bourne's low friction 500K pots, because you can just roll them real easy with your pinky. I like how easy they are. They're really good quality. They last forever. And then usually I will use like a Fender or a Fender style three-way switch. I think all of these have a three-way. Yeah. And a lot of times I use Fender brand. So I use a Fender three-way, Bourne's 500K, and then some kind of dummy here. This one feels like a Bourne's though. I might have done a tone here with a 22K resistor. But the pickups, this was a set that where they look like a standard kind of screw pole and then flat poled like a Seymour Duncan. They all have real high readings. I mean, that was the thing with me. The quantum pickups that came in these, they sounded okay. Just the way I would describe it is they lack a certain bite. They just don't have a cut, a bite to them that something like a Seymour Duncan or DiMarzio would have. And so I took a chance on these cheap Amazon pickups, and I'll put some links in the description of these. The other two sets I have, this is a black colored set, and those are red. I just wanted to kind of see what that would look like. But these are like an Invader style copy. But all of these two read like 15 point something K at the bridge and 7 or 8 something K at the neck. These read a little lower. These were more like 12 or 13 at the bridge and 7 or 8 at the neck, which, as I explained in the other video with that guitar, I detuned that guitar a lot down to B, put some 11s on it and tuned it down to B. And the fact that those pickups are not as hot as these works for reasons that Ibanez knows with the 8-string, the Meshuggah guitar, which I also have, that the M80M. The pickup in the 8-string is a Lundgren, and I can't remember the exact measurement. I'll do that when I review that guitar, which I will do. But it's way lower than these. They don't put super crazy high output pickups on those low tuned guitars like that, and for the same reasons it worked well in that one. But other than that, I mean, the necks, I love the way they play. You can set them up real nice the way I like them, with super low action. There's no buzzing, there's nothing weird. You know, they're light, they're comfortable. I mean, they have that RG look. The headstock finish on the top is matte also. It's a matte finish black, which I like as well. This one in particular, it has that beautiful wooden back with the kind of creamish binding. So I really do like, I think that's beautiful. The necks, they do have a scarf joint here, but you can't feel a thing. The tuners work fabulously. And that's the 421 series. So I'm going to do some kind of panoramic things and show you that, and then I'll get in there and do some sound samples as well. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to go in order from when I got them to, you know, from the first one until the more recent one. This is the flat black one. This is the body. It's that flat black. It has a really unique kind of like kind of a triple binding look there, and then kind of a binding looking like a pinstripe on the side even. I think it's really cool looking. I mean, it almost looks like a Les Paul custom kind of triple binding there. And then the neck is bound, and the headstock, and then it's also got that matte black up on the face of the headstock. So it's like that. Dot inlay, beautiful fretwork, perfect frets, big jumbo looking frets. I'm not sure what size they are. That's that. And the back of it, you know, it's like that. You know, the finish is good, the craftsmanship is good. It's got the scarf joint there that you can totally not feel. Tuners work really well. The hardware on this one and the blue one, the Prussian blue one, are just like a black hardware. The hardware on the Seashore is kind of a kind of black chrome. You know, this is not black chrome. This is just sort of painted black. But I can tell I have a dud here in the tone here because it hardly turns. But I have my Bourne's low friction here, so you can just turn it in a fender three-way. And then those are the cheap Amazon Invader copies, which you can get in all colors, but I thought red might look cool on this. And then I put strap locks on everything I own because all my straps have them on it. Anyway, that's that one. Okay, this is the Prussian blue one. This one has some of the cheap Amazon Invader copies just in black. Same thing, dud at the tone, but a Bourne's here and a fender. But this one, and I hope the camera can get it, it also has what the black one had, like the little triple binding. It's not really binding, I don't think, but and then like kind of the single there. But between the blue layers is kind of a black layer. If you can see that, if the light is getting that good, which I just think that looks fantastic. And as a matter of fact, this one I got as a second, and there is an S stamped on the back of the neck. They didn't stamp the whole word. I doubt you can even see it. There's a little, where is it? Right there. But they said there was a blemish in the finish, and I have gone over this thing with like a light and magnifying glass, and I see nothing that is wrong with it. But see, same thing, matte black headstock, bound headstock and neck, fretboard. Tuners are great. Beautiful guitar. This one feels a little heavier than the other ones. I'm not sure. That might be in my head, but you know, same thing. Beautiful neck. Feels good. Really nice, smooth, flat finish on the back. Not a glossy finish. It's not quite like raw. It's not quite like unfinished, but it's very matte feeling, and it feels real good. It plays real good. But you know, this was the second one I got because I couldn't live without it. I just thought it was beautiful. Anyway, so that's that one. And then the third one that I also could not live without, it is the Seashore, they call it, and it is flat as well. This one doesn't have the little fake triple binding and the little pinstriping and all. This one has a beautiful finish on the back, almost like just like the neck. It's like it is finished. It's not like it's unfinished, but very, very matte. It really has like an unfinished kind of feel to it. Really feels nice and beautiful, and it looks like to be what is binding, but I'm not sure it is actual binding. But whatever it is, it's not white. It's sort of a cream color. It almost matches the color of the maple neck on the back. But I just thought this combination was just gorgeous. And I like seafoam pretty well anyway. I like seafoam Stratocasters, but see, like I said, this is more like the black chrome hardware. It's not just the solid painted black. And see, even the tuners, they're that as well. As far as I can tell, the nut on all of these is plastic. And like I said before, this one's fretboard is like way more reddish than the other two, but which I don't know that I would have liked on the other two guitars, but on this guitar with the Seashore finish, I just think it's beautiful. This one may be the best playing one out of all three of them, honestly. And this one has some fake Amazon pickups in it too. These are not the Invader style. These are just kind of a typical humbucker style, but they sound fantastic to me. I like a really high gain pickup anyway. I like a crunchy, high gain, really high output pickup, and all three of the sets of these give me that. If you're searching for pickups that have a different kind of tone, lower output, and kind of a tonier, bluesier, whatever. If you're really looking for something really specific like that, maybe none of these would work. But I mean, for $20 to $25 for two, it's worth trying. That's why I did it. I was like, it's cheap enough to try, and I did it, and I love them. And I'm going to keep using them. But anyway, that's that one. Okay, well, there was some of my terrible playing for you to hear, so you can just kind of hear the guitars and then those pickups. They do sound really good, and that was through several presets that I've created on the Fractal. Um, I want to say that I am a drummer. I want to stress that I'm a drummer. I'm really a drummer first, guitar later. So I'm really not that good on guitar. I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing with all this, but I'm doing my best. But anyway, so I just wanted to show you those guitars. If you were thinking about them, there's already some videos on them on YouTube, and I went and looked at them before I bought them. And I think they're great guitars. If you like Ibanez and you like the RG guitar body shape and the neck style and everything, and I think these are really good for the money. They're not exactly entry level, but they're close, and you really get a lot for the money. And like I said, that's only three of a bunch of finishes and colors and stuff, and there's really a few others that I really would kind of like to have, but these three were the ones that I really wanted. But anyway, and as I said before, these new are like a 400-ish, 450-ish type thing. But some of these, the Seafoam one, the Seashore one, was like 278 because it was like a floor model. So you can get them at those prices. I got good prices on some of them. The black one I paid a little bit for, and it came from Finland. I had to get it from Finland, so it cost me the most. And then the blue one wasn't that bad. And then, like I said, the Seashore was, I mean, 278. I mean, easily you can get them in the 300 range, and they are a lot of guitar for that money. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.